Hey guys, this is Sari Torres.
This is Frankie Torres.
And we're the Pixel Slayers.
So it's been quite an amazing 2018, hasn't it?
Oh yeah, we started this channel almost exactly a year ago.
And it's grown.
Yeah.
We're at almost, what is it, like 440?
440. We're getting close to the 500 mark, so yeah, thank you everyone who subscribed. It really means a lot.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Yeah.
Definitely appreciate it.
But this was kind of a wrap-up video, wrapping up 2018. We wanted to talk about our favorite games that came out in 2018, our favorite retro games that we discovered in 2018, and our favorite indie games that we played in 2018. So, without further ado, you want to start out with your favorite game that came out in 2018?
Yes, I do. And my favorite game, which is probably no surprise to anybody who's seen my video, is definitely Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu Edition for the Nintendo Switch. This game made me a hardcore fan. I played Pokemon Go in the past. I dabbled in the Pokemon world with GBA ports. But this is the first game that I'm just about done with, and I'm obsessed with. And I played and played and played and played and played. Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of transformed you from a casual fan to a hardcore.
Definitely.
Yeah, this was someone that did not grow up with Pokemon and is just now kind of getting into it. So.
All thanks to this.
Yeah, that's a big deal. My favorite that came out in 2018, which I don't have with me because my brother is borrowing it, but that's Octopath Traveler. I'm a huge RPG fan, especially like the Final Fantasies of the Super Nintendo and PS1 era. And this really kind of harkens back to that time while also adding its own special flair that's all its own. I like the personalness of the stories. There's no big epic story. It's these really personal stories of these 8 characters. And I loved going through it. I was obsessed with it.
I played it so much.
Nobody could use the Switch for like several months because I was always on it, but yeah, that's definitely my favorite game that came out in 2018. But now let's shift to our favorite retro game that we first discovered this year that is our favorite.
Yeah, surprisingly, it wasn't the first time I played this game, but I fell in love with it this year, and that is going to be Stargate, or as it's also known, and there goes Pokemon, Stargate, or as it's also known as Defender 2. So
Stargate is its arcade version, right?
Yeah, and I think it was called Stargate on the retro systems like Atari originally, but due to some licensing issues, they called it Defender 2 later on in the 80s. The NES version is pretty cheap to pick up. I played the NES version and I just kind of became obsessed with it. I love this game better than the first Defender in my opinion, and played the heck out of it.
And it's kind of just a side-scrolling spaceship shooter.
Yeah, there's so many of them like that.
R-type style, but
a little different.
But yeah,
more
simplistic.
This is definitely one of my big finds for the year.
Yeah, nice. Okay, so my favorite retro game that I discovered this year is for the Game Boy Advance, and this is our repro.
Barely retro.
For it, but it depends on how old you are. But yeah, it's called Mania, which sounds stupid, but I picked this up at Goodwill for $1 and thought, it's $1. I'm gonna pick up any game for $1 because I'm a collector. Yeah, and I tried it out and I loved it. It's kind of like an opposite Tetris where you've got the Tetris style blocks, but you're trying to build them up so you can get to the top of this like hot air balloon to take you away before your opponent gets there, and it's addicting, it's fun, it's kind of one of those mind-clearing games where that's all you think about while you're playing it. And I think it's the stupid name. I was thinking, why had I never heard of this? It's because of the name. Why'd you name it this? It has nothing to do with eggs. The characters don't even look that much like eggs. This is a great game, but I think the name just kind of killed any potential for popularity, but it's a great game and cheap. I mean, we got it for $1 at Goodwill's. If you ever see this, it's also on GameCube and PS2, I believe. But it's a really cool puzzle game. I really suggest trying it out.
So switching gears, we're going to talk about our favorite indie games that we discovered in 2018.
Yeah.
Not 2018 releases by any means, but the games we discovered. And mine is Stardew Valley for the PS4. I want to make sure I have the right game.
Yeah.
Stardew Valley for the PS4 is what I played. It's on everything else though.
Oh yeah.
Like if you have a system, it's on it.
I'm sure you've heard of it. It's everywhere. But the hype is deserved.
Oh yeah, it caught me off guard by surprise. I got it kind of on a whim, and I just became obsessed with it, and so have you, you know?
Yeah, we both loved it.
And we played the heck out of it, stopped playing it before all those new release patches came out, so probably going to jump back into it this year.
Yeah, we haven't tried the multiplayer patch yet.
Yeah, so we have a lot to still do in here, and we're very, very pleased with this game. At least this is my choice, but what's yours?
Actually, that's my second place. Very close second. My first choice for indie game that actually did come out this year is Celeste. Probably heard of it. It won Best Indie Game at the Game Awards, and very well deserved. It's grueling. It'll kick your butt, but it's also
forgiving.
It's forgiving too, because when you die, you spawn right near where you died. You don't have to go through the whole level, but it's also hard as heck, and it just gave me this feeling of frustration and then peace.
It's also scalable in this difficulty because you can choose to go after those berries.
Yeah, the strawberries, and there's different assist modes, which I got through the whole game without any of them. I was very proud of myself. But I actually would not let my daughter in the room while I was playing it. Not because of anything graphic that was on the TV. It was because I would curse so much while playing this game, because it was just death, 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 but once you finally get it, it feels like climbing a mountain. When you get to the top, it's like, whoa.
In the world of Celeste, death is part of life.
Yes. We do have a full review of that if you want to check that out, where I ramble a little bit more about it.
So I think that wraps it up for 2018. Mm-hmm. It's been one crazy year, and once again, we thank every single subscriber.
Oh yeah.
We do this for fun, and we do this out of our love for this whole fandom and video games in general. So I would like to, maybe get another 440 subscribers next year.
Yeah, let's see what happens. And even if you haven't subscribed, even if you just stop by, watch a couple videos here and there, we love you guys. Just thank you so much for any amount of support you give us. It's all very much appreciated.
So Happy New Year!
Happy New Year, and hope to see much more of you again in 2019.
Thanks.
See ya. Bye.